Hi, this is Nicholas York, a registered migration agent from Pathway to Oz. Today I'm going to discuss with you the temporary parent visa or sponsored parent visa, subclass 870. Alright, so this is a recently new, parent visa. And if you want to bring your parent to Australia, the sponsored parent visa could be for you. So look, it's separate to the sort of standard parent visas, the age parent visa or the contributory age parent visa or the parent visa, in the sense that it's only a temporary visa. However, the processing time is a lot quicker and compared to the standard sort of, age parent or parent visas, and you don't need to actually pass the balance of family test to be able to apply for this visa. So there are some benefits to it. Look, the application process is done in two steps. The first step is where the child, so the Australian citizen or permanent resident child, applies to be an approved parent sponsor. And then the second step is when the parent sponsor application is lodged. All right, so look, step one, applying for a parent sponsorship. So obviously this needs to be done and approved before your parent can apply for the visa. Look, there are numerous requirements that need to be met, and the sponsor or the Australian citizen child or permanent resident must agree and commit to provide financial support and accommodation for the sponsored parent during the entirety of their stay in Australia, and basically cover any expenses that they come up, or should they come up. So the Australian government wants to make sure that, if your parent comes out here, you're going to foot the bill. They don't want that bill going to the Australian public. So look, there are a few eligibility requirements. Obviously you've got to be at least 18 years old. You've got to be an Australian citizen or permanent resident, or at least, eligible New Zealand citizen. You must have complied with any previous sponsorship obligations. You mustn't owe any money to the Australian government, and you must meet, character requirements. In addition to this, the big, requirement for this visa is that the sponsor must meet or pass an income test. So this is to ensure that they can cover their parents' expenses in Australia, So to pass an income test, the sponsor must have a taxable income of more than $83,454. So they need to earn above this. If you can't pass the income test yourself, you can actually combine your partner's income if they're an Australian citizen or permanent resident, total that up, and if 50% of that is above the $83,454, then you should meet the requirements for that. Now, the reason why it is so high is that the Australian government doesn't want to basically cover any of your parents' expenses. They want you to be able to do that. So that's why it's there. So there is a cost to apply for parent sponsorship. It's $420. And the application time will look 75% of parental sponsorship applications are processed in as few as 75 days. All right, so let's say you've lodged the parental sponsorship application, it's been approved. Now you're moving on to step two, the application for a sponsored parent visa. So look, you must lodge this application for a sponsored parent visa within 6 months of your sponsorship being approved. Okay, the duration. Well look, the initial sponsored parent visa can be granted for either 3 years or 5 years. It's multiple entry, so you can enter and exit, or your parents can enter and exit as much as possible. Your parents can actually reapply for this visa and stay a maximum of 10 years in duration. So they can apply for one 5-year visa and then apply again for another 5-year visa. But after that 10-year duration is the maximum that can go. All right. So the cost for the visa, a 3-year visa is $5,090 and a 5-year visa is $10,180. So it's not cheap. Okay? And look, the processing time compared to married parent visas is quite quick. 75% of applications are processed within 5 months. Look, so it's a little bit different. It might not be for everyone. Obviously there are some requirements like the income test, which the sponsor must be able to pass. Alternatives to this visa are just the standard sort of parent or age parent visas. You could look at a long stay visitor visa or something like that as well. I hope you found this information useful. Please note, all this information is general in nature, and if you do have any questions, feel free to contact Pathway to Oz. Thank you.